Greetings, and I welcome you now in the love and light of the One Infinite Creator. Wish to do a tarot reading for you all. These are general readings. Take what feels right, spit all the rest out. All that being said, I'm going to cut the deck and get right into your reading. Right away, you're showing up pretty strong with the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the Ace of Swords all upright. Having all your cards upright is usually a good thing. There are some cards in the deck that you want reversed. But these are all, generally speaking, pretty good cards to get. The Hangman here in your current energy is always could be a little bit of an issue. If you want to progress, at all. Like if you want to progress, then it's going to be about patience, I guess. Patience and patience is key. You're waiting for things to change, maybe, but I don't know. It's interesting. Because the Hangman is it's a kind of a double-sided card a little bit, because it's got two different sides to it, It's got the fact that the Hangman is thinking positive, right? But he's not really doing so well, realistically. He's hung out to dry. He's not really things aren't really going his way, but regardless of that, he's thinking positively. That's the Hangman, it's things aren't really going your way, but you're thinking positive. That's a good current energy, It's not a bad thing that you're not getting what you want, because you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Yeah, I hope you like my singing, because you're stuck with it. Stuck with me. In the past, you get the High Priestess, showing that you're in alignment with God or the Creator, In the future, you got the Ace of Swords, showing that God wants to give you the ability to fight for your mind, and so that you can be the one in control, so that you can take the reins, your energy is looking really good. So God or the Creator is thinking that it might be good for you to I don't know. God or the Creator wants to offer you the ability to fight for yourself, He wants to offer you the sword. And the sword is not necessarily what we always want, It depends on your personality, really, whether or not you can wield a sword righteously and just, and justly, because it's like a sword is a very dangerous thing, there's a lot of power in the sword, right? And you can hurt people, that's the only thing that a sword can really do, is hurt people. So in its very core, swords are very dangerous, So the swords usually represent battle, or something, and there's the sense with the Hangman that maybe you could be in need of a sword, of sort of light, let's just call it, not necessarily that you're going to, start cutting people's limbs off or nothing, but Mm. But you do need to, at the very least, mentally, you might need to fend off your enemies. So you might need, um, that ability to, you know, fight for yourself, and you might need to take the sword. Um, I actually see you taking the sword, because the Ace of Swords here is upright. So, use that sword. Use that sword. Be very careful. Don't. You only use it to defend yourself. Is what I would say. Never use it to attack another. Never use it to force another to do your bidding. And I'm talking about mental energy here with the sword. Some people live by the sword. Some people live by other different means. There's, I've heard of other different spiritual aspects of, like, the ball, or like the cloak, or like, there are different spiritual understandings out there by different from different beings and different cultures and different planets, that teach us that, these there are higher beings out there that want to teach us. They want to give us opportunities. So some will give you a sword, some will give you a cloak, others will give you, whatever you want, whatever really resonates with you, whatever really, helps you. But the four main suits are really what is important with the tarot, though. So there's swords, cups, pentacles, and staffs. Staffs and swords are more about power, whereas pentacles and cups are more about, like, positive, more or a little more positive, or can be. Money can get a little bit, can change people too, right? But with pentacles can represent, like, people. I don't know. It's interesting, you know. Um, some people live by the sword. Some people live by the staff. Some people live by the pentacle. Some people live by the cup. And they're always sharing a cup with people and enjoying things. Or, other people are all about battle and strife and fighting for what they believe in. And it's there's different aspects to life, and different paths that you can take, right? The path of the sword is a dangerous one. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. So just be very careful. But I see you achieving what you need to, and being able to progress here. So with all that being said, I leave you now in the love and light of the One Infinite Creator. Namaste.